What's up, everybody? I'd like to be the first to welcome you to the first installment of basically a little thing I like to call the opinion spot. It's basically almost the same thing as all those other YouTube vlogs that you hear and see, but just with a funnier name. But I'm here basically to do the same thing and just give a little shout out to my man Rant and Raven Affection, because if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be doing this now. But this is just a little introduction to what's going on, what I'm going to be talking about here, giving my little opinion on certain subjects, whether it's movies, games, anime, you name it. I'll probably be having my own opinion on it. So first and foremost, let me just give you a little introduction on who I am, and basically just let y'all know who I am. Basically, you guys can call me Chris, but all the people on YouTube here, they know me as basically the Mount Vernon kid. And basically what I do on YouTube is I'm usually always uploading tributes to various different superheroes that I love, that I read, and so far I've done Marvel, and now I'm doing DC. And the two DC characters I've done so far are the Flash and Green Lantern. So check those out if you like those characters. Basically check out any of my videos if you're interested in any of the characters. I also like to give a shout out to basically all those people out there that have watched my tributes and wrote comments on them, and just really just liked what they saw. For example, Brandon Hex 101, he's one of them. He's one of my friends up here, and he basically just always says the same thing. Basically my tributes are different, and that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. I got another friend up here named Dr. Doomfate who says my tributes are like a mini Wikipedia. So I find that very, very cool. I don't mind that. But basically, let me get back to what's going to be happening here on the Opinion Spot. Most of the time it's just going to be me, but I will have like a co-star with me most of the time, and that'll be my little brother Hokeland 93. He'll basically be on here because basically we're gonna be double teaming sometimes on these on the Opinion Spot. We're gonna give our thoughts on certain things, because trust me, my little bro got a lot of things to say that he want to get off his chest as well. But like I said, it's not really too much. Like, it's just gonna be just me basically spreading my opinion about certain things. But like I said, let me give you a little bit more about me. I'm from New York. What more can I say about that? But other than that, I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna be talking about games, and I'm a huge video game fan. When they talk about video game, I can take you back to my first system, which I had was the Sega Master System. So that's as far as back I can go with that. Whether it's movies, I'm a huge movie fan. Comics, if you guys ain't seen my tributes, then you better ask yourself. Anime, I'm a huge anime fan. My first anime I ever saw, I'll give you a little input on that, has to be Akira. That was the first anime I ever saw. I didn't catch it from the beginning, but I saw it and I was like, wow, this is really nice. And it took me years to see it from the beginning, but I saw it and still I was like, wow. And ever since then I was hooked on anime. Just all kinds of things I'm going to be talking about. For all those fans of wrestling, me and my bro, we're going to be killing on that. But most importantly, like I said, this is just the introduction, and I'm just looking forward to giving my 2 cents on, and what I have to say. People listen, hey, that's good. They don't, hey, no problem. People, on YouTube basically go as they please. It's no big deal. But like I said, you know, Rant and Infection, you know, check out his channel. He basically got me into this. He's got a whole slew of rants that he did, and he just killed it on some of them, man. He just put his 2 cents in, you know what I'm saying? And he basically let people know how he felt about certain things, you know, and that's not a bad thing, you know. It's a good thing, you know. But like I said, when in terms of video games, like I said, you're gonna hear a lot of me on the video games. As a matter of fact, the next installment is on a video game company. I'm gonna take you into basically everything about it, and it's also gonna bring you up to a question that I gotta ask people here who are fans of games, you know, period. But like I said, it's just gonna be straight up. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it as real as possible here on Opinion Spot. It's never gonna be fake. I'm never gonna be, you know, I'm gonna just give my opinion, and what I want, you know, is just people to come back with their own, you know. You know what, you know, just come back, put their 2 cents in, and I'll be glad to respond to it, no problem. I'm the type of guy here on the YouTube, especially in my channel, anybody that posts a comment in any of my stuff, I'm always one to come back with a comment, never leaving it blank. Somebody sends me a personal message, I'm always willing to return a favor. You know, as much as I don't have a lot of friends on my channel, but from the friends I do have, I try to keep in contact with them as much as possible. You know, just straight keep it real. You know, that's one of my mottos. You know, just keep it real. You know. So like I said, you know, this is just a introduction onto what's going to be happening here in the Opinion Spot. I hope people, you know, tune in, because like I said, I'm gonna give you everything I can on this, and eventually, you know, hopefully it'll turn out well, you know. But like I said, you know, I want to thank Rant, if you're listening, man, thank you very much. You know, thank you for giving me the idea into doing this. Thank you for like swaying me into doing this, because I always had a little curveball into not doing it. You know what I'm saying? But Rant, bro, like I said, I consider you a friend that I probably will never meet in my life ever. But I just want to thank you, bro. You know, thank you very much. And to all those people that said, "Oh my God, he's not gonna be doing no more tributes." Oh my God, no. Straight up for that, all my subscribers and friends that like my tributes, don't worry about it, bro. People, I am still gonna be knocking out those tributes and putting all my knowledge of these characters into it. If you saw my Green Lantern tribute, I always put my next tribute. My next tribute is basically to the first superheroine female, basically, Wonder Woman. So I'm gonna throw down on Wonder Woman, and like I said, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I'm not giving up on my tributes. That's one thing I'm not giving up on. I'm basically this is just another project that I was planning on doing, and finally now I'm gonna fulfill it. So like I said, everybody, fellow YouTubers, everybody, welcome, stay tuned, basically, welcome to my world, welcome to the little spot I like to call the Opinion Spot, and just stay tuned, and just keep it real.